What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Showdown Thiago Silva. So obviously yesterday we kind of took a little bit of a day off with obviously the England match. It was very draining, so we kind of just thought, you know what, I didn't want to do anything where I was really tired and kind of just would not get the words out. So we are back today with obviously Thiago Silva and Correa. We have managed to get them done, and to be honest, I need all of the specials in cards, in packs, because we are on fodder's death door at the moment. Honestly, Team 2 is going to have to come out absolutely massive. We have got a bit of coins left, which is always nice, but fodder is on the low. Thiago Silva himself is coming in at 300k on the Xbox, 280 on the PlayStation, and 338 on the PC. And to be honest, big upgrade. We knew that these sort of cards would happen, especially for Thiago Silva. From his 85, he's had a 29 increase on his pace. That is just absolutely phenomenal. In fact, is it 29 in terms? It's 31 without the shadow, which is just nuts. 9 shooting, 14 passing, 14 physical, 9 defending, and 14 dribbling. We are going to be whacking a shadow, which obviously boosts his defending up to 99, and then also gives him 98 pace. I really didn't think we'd find a Thiago Silva with 98 pace again. He is he's a goat, like genuinely, as a centre back. He's a real OG. He has been in so many FIFAs, it's unreal. How old is he actually? He's 36, so we are coming towards the end of his career, if anything. I don't know how many years he has left at Chelsea. Let me know down below if you are a Chelsea fan and you know how long he has left. I can't imagine it's much longer. Probably another season or two, maybe, depending on obviously who Chelsea decide to get in to replace him. But the stats look brilliant. Like, the stats look actually really nice. Great composure, reactions, ball control is all there. Great agility, balance for a centre back. Passing is beautiful. Obviously the stamina, the strength, all of that is, again, it's up there. The card is very, very nice. And also, if Brazil do win, which I believe they have got the advantage in my opinion, obviously Messi, he's got a story to kind of tell. This could be his last Copa America that actually he plays in, and they're at the final. Brazil versus Argentina is going to be massive. So Thiago Silva has the chance to become a 96, which would be nuts. So it's an interesting one. I think the 96 Thiago Silva is going to be a fantastic card if he does get the upgrades. Obviously, we're looking at maybe like a +2 on the pace, giving him 89 acceleration, 95 sprint speed, which again with a shadow would be insane. He'd have 99 pace, again 99 defending. His defending more than likely will go up +2, same with his physicals. I think in terms of stats, it'd just be absolutely crazy. So let's jump straight into him. He's got leadership and power header, and he has 2 SBCs that we'll have a look at the overall. Let's get into him. Thiago Silva's going to deal with that. Always one of them kind of last man defenders, someone who's going to really put it under the cosh for you, and he's doing exceptionally so far. Maldini and Thiago really doing wonders here. That's a great pass into Matthias, who's going to find a lovely ball, but he gets tackled late. Don't think that's a red card, so I don't get why we don't just carry on at that point. Thiago Silva not necessarily stopping Nani there, but does manage to get it through. Thiago Silva seeing it out this time. You can definitely tell that was poor from myself, but great recovery. And again, losing it. You can definitely tell that pace increase. It's one thing that I think over the past few cards like Cruz, Muller, some of the cards that really don't have the pace, they've definitely upped it. Thiago Silva last ditch challenge. I thought Neymar was going to cut inside. Big mistake, kind of leaving him with that open space, but we do manage to take it off him in the end with some great recovery tackle. Thiago Silva finds him, does manage to kind of get a lucky rebound there with a pass, but stays with him the whole time, doesn't let him get a breath of air, and absolutely nails him to the final finish there. Jeez, Baku is rapid on Neymar. I think with Thiago Silva, he's a very, very good centre-back. He's kind of like how Ramos will be probably in the near future in terms of kind of like maybe lost a pace a little bit. Obviously, EA love to do that to cards that are not necessarily even close to retiring yet, but they are a bit older. They love absolutely downgrading all of that pace. But in terms of kind of like his ability, when you get a flashback card like this, it goes one of two ways. I think in past FIFAs, they've just never seemed quick. Like they seem like they've had the upgrade, and obviously if you're taking like a 30-40 pace player and whacking 90 on him, he's going to feel somewhat different. but they've never felt like they were 90 pace or 80 pace. So it's nice to see that actually he has had the upgrade, and a lot of cards as well this year have had a big 30, 40, 50 pace increase, and you can actually feel the difference. And that's what's really going to do wonders for this Thiago Silva. He's not necessarily just that card that's had a big upgrade and maybe, yes, he feels somewhat okay. He's actually got some burners on him as well. He's got to watch that space. The only problem is that when you've got a defender, oh, that's great play. I think as well the big thing with Thiago Silva, he's got the big chance. He's the favourite to obviously be upgraded. That's personally what would really kind of motivate me to do him, because obviously he's got the defensive ability. Can we find someone in this box here? That might be a little bit, that's Maldini. It's too close to the keeper anyway. Thought we may have been able to try and find a bit of Thiago, but or Silva, obviously. When I say Thiago, not the Spanish, obviously the Brazilian, but obviously he's got that big upgrade potential, and I think that upgrade could really send him into the next sort of level. Obviously the problem we've had with centre backs is we've got a lot of Prem. Laporte's literally just got a Summer Stars that looks fantastic. We've already got a Gomez, a kind of not a Militao, a Lindelof. There's a lot of good centre backs that really put him in question of whether you need him or not. Great tackle from Thiago Silva again. Poor header that's just left by, I don't even know his centre mids. Beautiful. Time to perfection from Thiago Silva to see this half out. And again, absolute tackling from the lad. That was always his kind of main attribute as well. So going into the overall for Thiago Silva then. So straight off the bat, SBC wise, obviously whenever you got till I believe Sunday, so the 10th, which 2 days away, I believe the match is on Sunday morning at like 1 AM in terms of England time. So that's always what you got to remember. It is a quick turnaround one Brazilian team, 87 rated, which is the highest one, but 40 chem shouldn't be that difficult. Obviously with fodder, should be able to get it done pretty easily. Obviously the 83, pretty simple. Again, fodder players, if anything. That's coming in at 78k due to obviously the team of the season SBC that is repeatable. Obviously that will help with the 87 if you have loads of dupes of 82s. So not a bad SBC requirement. Can't remember what packs you get. Premium, gold players, so 25 and probably a couple of K. That one's unknown, but it's probably about 5k due to the fact that it's small rare. Very nice SBCs to complete, very easy. I do like that they are not necessarily going massively priced, but the chemistry has always been pretty generous. Obviously they go, even if you whack it up by a 10 chemistry, it changes the price dramatically, and you'll see it with 88, 89 rated squads and even 87s. The 50, 60, 70k chem is an absolute arse to try and do, so always have a look at that. Make sure you are utilizing as much or as little chemistry as possible to get the cards in. Obviously the cheaper the card the better, and I think this card is worth it if he gets the upgrade. I think for right now we've got a lot of good players. If you've done the guaranteed, you've got Laporte, you've already got Ruben Diaz, Lindelof. You're getting very similar. Like, yes, his pace is more, and I think you definitely can tell that pace is a good amount more. But I just think in terms of kind of animation still, he's still not necessarily like I would say more like Gomez and kind of maybe someone like a Sanchez, who's a bit quicker on that turn, a little bit more leaner. Obviously he is more of a stockier build still. That doesn't change this card. He's still got the same sort of animations. It's just the fact that everything's got a little bit more of a tempo to it. So for me, I think if you're looking at centre backs for the Prem, I'd be looking at something like Laporte, who is brilliant. Lindelof was really good. Christensen is probably on a par with lower tier. Gomez is up there, obviously. Van Dijk, I haven't really used him since Team of the Year, to be honest, so I really couldn't put my finger on him. I do think that he probably still is OP as anything, but in terms of the price compared to a lot of these, you're going to get the same sort of results. So for me, I'd be looking at more kind of like I say, Laporte. Diaz is kind of in there with Thiago for me. Lindelof and Gomez are definitely up there, and Sanchez as well, a big competitor there. So for me, I think if you've got the fodder, why not? If you're a Chelsea fan, then yeah, you're going to be doing this card. Of course you are. It's a 96 Thiago Silva, which is just insane. 94, 96 if they win. But overall, I do think he's a good card. I just think at this moment in the game, there is a lot of icons around. So I think this card personally appeals to Brazilian teams, to Chelsea fans. It doesn't really appeal to the kind of meta user or somebody who's looking to improve their team, just because I feel like there's so many centre-backs out there already. Obviously, in terms of Brazil, actually, I wonder what centre-backs they've got. I know they've obviously got Carlos Alberto. Militao is absolutely cracked. I think he's already gone up, so he was originally 92, I want to say. So I believe he needs 2 upgrades to 96 already completed. Then Marquinhos, I think, is cracking as well. Carlos Alberto definitely could be put in that mix. Probably not the greatest at this point in the game, but that one's got it's got a sentimental value because it was the first centre-back icon I got, and we used him for so many games, it was unreal. But obviously you're looking at mainly Marquinhos, Thiago Silva, and Eder Militao in that centre-back trio, or obviously partners, depending on who you pick. But I think Marquinhos definitely has a kind of a right to be there. I think Militao is a shoe-in for the best player, the best centre-back in Brazil. And overall, Thiago Silva isn't that bad. Great composure on him, passing was exquisite, his last man challenges are fantastic, alongside his recovery challenges. Maybe you just need to throw that leg out. He just suddenly hits it. He suddenly works it. He's a very, very good player. I do think that he is kind of, I'd say he is worth more 200 if anything, but if you can get him done for fodder, untradeable, then you are absolutely laughing. Utilize that 82 to 88 because that is a cracking SBC. It is a pick if you haven't used it yet, so it is a good SBC to get this sort of fodder up there. So overall, I'm going to give Thiago Silva a solid straight 9, and we will be trying him, whoever wins, on the 96 card. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you like and subscribe on the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.